Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a busy week in Casa Lou and Steve. A lot has happened to the house this week and I'm going to try and update you in a couple of different videos. So today's video, we're going to talk about the roof because a lot has changed. And I actually have spoken about some of this on my main channel. So if some of this sounds familiar, that's why. But I'm going to run you through the whole shebang, the whole process from start to finish, befores, afters, everything, because touch wood, I think this has been probably the best money saving hack that we have found for the whole house. Right, let me talk you guys through this. So we came and looked at this house August last year and we finally moved in January of this year. The roof was horrendous. It looked disgusting. It was like a dark murky brown colour. It was completely covered in moss, especially at the back. I'll be putting in images of stuff because it honestly looked dire. And when we came to look at the house, we were like, we're gonna have to replace the roof. It is so bad, you know, there's no way. And we actually had a full survey done on the house. We had the roof looked at and it's actually in really good condition. So our initial plan was to literally just rip that bad boy off and put a new one on. And we definitely really wanted to go for like a flat tile that was like a nice kind of dark grey, a lot more contemporary. But with the roof being in good condition, it just did not make sense to replace the roof. Financially, obviously, why would we pay to fix something that's not broken? Also, even aesthetic wise, because you guys know I'm all about, I just want it to look good, and it just didn't make sense spending all that money to replace a roof that was not in bad condition whatsoever. So I got to Googling and I found out this thing that I hadn't heard about, which is basically spraying your roof with paint. Special paint, but paint. So I think this is quite big in like, I think Sweden, like Australia. There was a few different countries that I found like case studies for, but there wasn't a lot about it in the UK. So I did a lot of research and I had a lot of people come out, give us quotes, talk about the process, all of that jazz. And we've obviously gone ahead and had it done. So the quotes that we got were very, very varied. We had like 5 different quotes in the end and they ranged from 2 grand to 10 grand. So the 10 grand one was like vastly the most. We had like a 6 grand one. But anyway, this isn't quite like us to go for the lowball one, but the service that we had was so good with them. They were really informative, like really good to talk to, and obviously they were super duper cheap. So I will leave the details of the company we went with in the description box, but bear in mind I'm obviously just talking you through what we've had done, the results that we've had. This isn't like a year down the line review where I can like fully kind of come back and tell you how it's like lasted. I'm just talking you through what we've had done so far and how much we paid and all of that. Oh, so typical. The door went as soon as I start filming. So we went ahead with it. It was like a no quibble quote. We were happy with the price. And step 1 was roof cleaning. So 2 guys came out. For our house, they didn't use any scaffolding. We live in a bungalow, so obviously that's probably gonna be different if you have a 2-story home. But essentially what they did is one guy went up on the roof with like a special jet washer and he washed off all of the moss and the gunk that was on the roof. And this stuff was like flying off the house. I was filming some of it from inside and it was crazy. The amount of stuff that came off that roof was disgusting. I did try and film some bits. It was kind of difficult because first I didn't want to like get in their faces with a camera and film them like just trying to get on with their job. And also it was quite messy. But what they actually did is they tarped everything up. And honestly, the cleanup process that they did, they were so careful not to make a mess. They like covered our neighbour's property, everything. They were really thorough, really good. They basically just bring a generator, like plug it in, get it all set up, plug into a hose as well, and they just get up there and they cracked on, and they were so efficient. I think it took them, how many days were they here? Was it just one day? I can't remember. This happened like months ago when they first cleaned it, but it was like a long day. They did like 8 till 6 or something, 8 till 6 p.m. But yeah, really nice guys. And basically they will clean it. They then do an inspection of your roof, and they do remedial work, which is all included in the price. So if you have any broken roof tiles, they'll replace them. Any of the like coping stones, or like whatever you call them, if they're loose, they cement them back down, all of that. So they make sure everything's good before they even start doing the coating. And even the guy who's up on the roof, he said, oh yeah, I was really surprised that your roof is in really good condition, which is obviously like for us. So yeah, that was step 1. Step 2 that we went with, which is an optional extra, is I can't remember what it's called, but it's essentially this white foam stuff that they spray on your roof, and it stops, it's like an anti-algae thing, it stops moss from growing back. It's just like more of a preventative treatment. So it's not like a definite you'll never get moss again, but it's just to help deter the regrowth of the moss. And they're also really good, like they unhooked all of our gutters so the moss didn't go down and clog up all our guttering and all of that jazz. So we were really happy with the whole process. They were really nice guys, really efficient. Then we had them booked in to do a coating on the next day. They turned up and it was raining, so they had to just leave. They couldn't even start because the rain was too heavy. So we had to have that rebooked in, which happened this week, and we finally had the roof coated. So that again is an optional extra. You do not have to have the roof coated if you don't want to, but I will be honest, we considered cancelling the roof coating because let me drop in a picture of the before. Skanky brown grossness. This is what the roof looked like once it had been cleaned, and I could not believe it because it looks like a whole brand new roof. I genuinely thought the roof tiles were like a light brown colour, but they were like proper terracotta-y kind of roof tiles, because all the houses in this area have the same roof and none of them look like that, so we didn't really know what to expect. Honestly, I was just blown away. It was crazy. It looked like a brand new roof, and we were genuinely like, we could just call it a day there and not do the coating. And we actually kind of like delayed having the spray coat done, just so we could have some time to kind of digest what the roof looked like and kind of think about it, because I actually really like the after of that. So they split the payments basically, so you pay for the cleaning once it's done and you pay for the coating once you're done. And they did say a lot of people kind of change their mind after they've had it cleaned because they're surprised with the results. So we basically paid about £1,000 for the cleaning, and then we were like, look, give us a couple of months, like book us in for a couple of months, we think we're gonna have it done, but just in case. But yeah, absolutely surprised by the difference from just cleaning it. But we did in the end decide that we did want to go ahead with the coating. The main reason being because the roof was like that terracotta colour, and the brick on our house is such an orangey tone brick anyway. For me, it was just too much orange. I just couldn't do it. I wanted a grey roof, and I thought it would just transform the house so much. So we went ahead with the coating. So how many guys were here? I think there was 3 of them in the end that did the coating. It was one of the same guy who was up on the roof doing the spraying the first time round. He was the same guy who got on the roof and coated it. And then the other guys were going around and doing like the edging by hand. So again, they cleaned up everything. Like I was, obviously I get a little bit worried when you're talking about spray painting outside, because our neighbours' houses are close. They could easily spray onto our neighbours' houses and that would be very awkward. So it was fine. It was absolutely fine. Zero mess. They were really, really good about it. It did start raining. They basically painted the back of the house and it started raining. So they stopped and they said, we can't really continue if it keeps on raining, because basically when it's wet, it would just wash off, but it dries really quickly. And once it's dry, then it's watertight and it's good. So yeah, it stopped raining after like half an hour. So they cracked on, got it all painted. I can't remember how long it took them in the end. It wasn't a full day to do the painting on the roof. It was really, really quick. And yeah, really happy with it. But I will admit, it was like a little bit jarring to begin with, because we still have brown fascia boards. We had brown windows. Just to see this like grey roof, it just all looked a bit weird to begin with. And we were like, oh God, I don't know if I've made a mistake here. But since then, we've had our windows done. I'm gonna do that in the next video, and stay tuned, because we had all of our windows and doors replaced, and oh my God. So it all ties in now, but it just looks like a brand new roof. It also comes with a warranty. I think it's a 10-year warranty. I can't remember exactly, but basically if anything were to go wrong with it, they would come and redo it and whatever. So yeah, honestly, for £2,000, that's like probably the best £2,000 we spent on the whole house, because it looks like a completely brand new roof. I am so shocked. I hope you guys will see it from like the photos, how different it looks. But obviously, like, now the windows are done, it looks better, because it did look a little bit jarring before with the brown, against all the brown on the house. Oh, I've got another delivery coming. Okay, hang on. Oh, right, I feel like I have completely waffled through that video and I don't really have much more to say, but it's just completely transformed the outside of the house. We are beyond happy. And like I said, now the windows and the front door and everything are done, it feels like we're really getting there with the exterior. So stay tuned. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, because we've got some exciting videos coming up. Big transformations happening. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions as well. I feel like I covered everything, but I may have missed some stuff out. So if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments section below. Also, let me know what you thought of like the before, during, after photos, if that's what you expected or not. I'd love to know your guys' opinion on it. And I will catch you guys in the next one.